so nyamene yewo wotrene sani brembo gobi nani tu yina berase nani di Emmanuel chirase nyamene yewo so nyamene gobi first nana me call a year girl na we no ka base mi gina chiri o Teresa o Teresa de brebo na to me nyina berase na ni di Emmanuel chirese nyamene me awo honenso nyamene ye e woteni o Teresa de brebo na to me ina berase na ni di Emmanuel chirese nyamene ye wohona so nyamene ye woho bakubi so oh yeah na ya na oh yeah na I go serious Emmanuel nyamene ye wo Emmanuel nyamene ye wo oh yeah Gobi, I didn't see. No. How many? How many minutes? 5 minutes. And he also 5.5 key into the show. Yes. How many minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. 7 minutes into the show. A mumpia 5.5. You know 6 I started. Ose. Comment 1.3. Shasia one mame. Shares no 565 within 7 minutes. And I likes in here saying. 1.3 likes. Hey, hey, Gobi. Yes, me panel me room ha.
Aye, like I said, Jim. Jim. Yeah, time ball.
One grand and you, Konya, Ashikele, Konya. Hey, man, who knows you? The bear watch Jajara. It will be also because I did Jim, Ashikele. Oh dear, yeah, Pachancha, yeah. What's your channel? Now you born, your bakubi, your case 5. Chancha, nobody. You console, I say, you console, and son yet me. I was with the grassy chair. Kobe, hey, around here, General, and then the more behind me before. We teacher say now, my mambana second letter. Aye, Miss me bedu o man so said you say ya we a minister we din kwasesem say na teacher me sake na around 2 am na me ntiase akovi me tena ho me ntiase a na me say da bi ma me sake no 2 am na mbo na sake letter aye o sa etu a wanyu adwuma he nani di asem ka kire no general
oh he
tu wanyu adwuma yi a sake letter no me maybe the president here me the second letter na shimbutum but we hear say muna ma from abusa we didn't say trodi we anam dia ma yi say announce ya second e claim agent ni I said the John buy ya wa claim profu demi uguso claim Kobi why Yohani what's akwa we and then akwa me friend anopa Yanka general be ne Kobi and the Kobi ma show na gu na general wa hefa onyene me kota kradia bana nam si hey Yehowa wakoyi okotadi e wana me frɛ Habib nam si Habib twa flight ma no won konsa amra
more fire
hey
more fire
David na mu hu mo ni mu da Kobi how many views
6.3.
6.3. How many minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yes.
10 minutes. And then your man draws. And we will address a lot of issues. Ladies and gentlemen, when you GBC, Yabani ye say Amofancha ye. Na ye bidim komo. And they show you different. And then I know the euphoria is peaking. A lot of people are on this show for one reason or the other. You better try to meet you will be expectation. Now come on, you deba no. Hanye usual. Very catch them. Hanye drama. Very catch them. Now kofi ayi Paul say Timothy me debi amrefi. By Bible no. Ba kobi ko kan say me ya abofra no. Me ye me nyoma se abofra na me nyini ye no afa me ye me nyoma se pani obi ade ye me den se enkamfo ani nyina no se Ghana fo se Okatakyie waben Okatakyie ukanya sesem Okatakyie menim say in the course of my journey as a media person some of the things I did not get them right. That is what makes me human being, very fallible. Exactly. But I cannot continue to be doing the same thing over and over and expect different results. And for that matter, there is a new change. Be biaba from resetting, Papa.
For the rebels. And the year resetting. More fire. Okay.
Go into near Basha, a cutting razor. Modibaba, near Dinkomo. You will swat, you bet Dinkomo. Some of the issues are yet too many more. You trivializing them. You're a serious nation. Na ni yebehwe nkomobi say you were a certain president na oko official duty na ne brother your so called brother who sikanti ne brother na air driving family and friends repackage the optics. I keep on advising politicians but they won't listen. So the optics say commander in chief of the republic na only yet the asset of the nation na oko baby na ne brother na air driving and so nkrofo and we won't look at it from the lens of politics, but the nationalistic view towards why? You be hearing Obi you the you John Dramani Mama say Maranti and Maba one cocaine and money drugsy red yeah
they say they are not doing
when you are
oh
Debbie go be you the chancha ya be bona mane obete say chancha no you can ashikili ye wian so akofi ye be hwe say ade general next one ye JJ Rollins nsem go be say egusum ni yesi ya be ye democracy in a democratic dispensation na si egusu a celebrate eye June 4th revolution dia some more celebrate June 4th and ye be ma mranche na hu June 4th ni de si ye if says ye nyina ya dia tum si ye koyechi ni apepa ho na afa ya to aso as a nation ye ntimi mankrofo bin capitalize on nyoma bi no more whitewashing eti urban sumani babin so o probi de ben ya ka chance say probi no fa so bi ani so say meme ne no a can make use this opportunity to call for national unity, reconcile the nation towards a proper course. But the person who whitewashing the party ni history nti or see JB down kwa traitor e normal na so JJ Rollins ye medra de enkonko hwem and ye be sa kire enya me na maker kufo ba ye wo institute national reconciliation committee and then except of the committee report no wa ha ye be when him say JJ Rollins ba Yukovi and your man were in 1980s you set up special investigative board so we investigating a JJ Rollins in the killings the report of the special investigative board no and your man wo kan ye ni bi e wa ha and no say you be so special investigative board no a report no e wa ha and your man we have fact and figures you be hwe ni nyina I we no e be 60 something page you we are wa open no send your number you be before them when you say wenti almost Ghana publishing so special investigative body almost Ghana publishing they didn't want this report to go out
So
and yes and I have a copy of it, a full copy of it. It is you be the Hong Kong. Ye we are share a year Captain Adebuga. I want to JJ Rollins ye cool no. Na wo ho. No obo JJ ye cool no. E kum nipa ma JJ. Ono anu mu asem. A wo kan ye. Ye we ni nyina no a. Ale di juwade na to no. JJ Rollins wo kum obi. Wo kum nipa. Na wo ba kura no ne ye secretary. Ni secretary wo ye castle ho no. Wo ba ne die no ohunu ye. Mo dwane ye omokoto ano ne papa fi. Ne nyina ye beka. Why? Captain and Krabby father. If obi wo krom ha wonim jeja obi anim na nchen no. Is one ne kwa achimota. Ofri one ne ko military. One and someone wa kan fa jeje hu nyina ye beka. Why? Ya bema ga mafo ne. Me the files so. Me chire ni nyina. Ni ewie ni nyina akofi. Na afi ya hwese. So omo si ye nyina fa ntu echi a. Ye fa ntu echi. Na mom so obi try so be white wash the party history. Na koye say June 4th revolution ni akoso dabi. Dabi. Ye wie so a. Afi the last topic a manfo ne bebre no apeti. Wombete. Kofi. Ye chi oman mu. Ye si achikire man. At no point should we accept certain behaviors. At no point should we accept a body shaming of women. At no point should we accept abusing of people's families. Or in the name of say yes, fighting for nation. And you better digest it. Yes, a branch be Amatela. I would hear the year. And you may be a wire over the years. Na manfo ni hu. Ye be bia ni ama manfo ne hu. And I'm saying yes, civilized this thing. We will try as much as possible not to use vituperative words like he does, but we will still speak sense to his hearing. You be kanyansa to it. Say we show, say me show, and you know here. If say you are kola na adwene so chepani, and you openi awusha. It is when you near, oni yoyo, ukasa, wadwene, and a chere. And you fear wadi. And then you change ya wo ba ya, your mama mo, ama sikade atwatu komo, esha len shirt na chere. And you bet you why?
More fire.
Nina.
More fire.
In Sri Lanka ready.
More fire.
Oko Ghana Records on Sua, GhanaRecords.com. Yeah, and your money be go. Mon konko kan bi.
Stories in
Nina bi.
More fire.
Mon konko kan bi.
More fire.
General. Enko for frame. Na kadechie. You better support show no. You better support show. Me nim the person who hear the support show. When you are person with this support, get access. Maybe I'm not on a mass. That is not my aim. My aim is to get my message across, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And now your World Women's Day. Gobi, eti MBA nuanom ma ya ma menom aye timidem betina ho ni yeka alata box ni yeka obabema Italian money box. We celebrate you. Mama Joyce ayi.
More fire.
You celebrate you.
More fire.
Ema kukudam. We kura ye ken na kuna duajima Rollins. You celebrate no.
More fire.
Tell me what I say. Ayi First Lady Lordina Mahama. You celebrate no. Former First Lady. Ayi Mrs. Akufo-Addo. You celebrate no. Ayi former Second Lady. Ayi Samira Bawumia. You celebrate no. Vice President. Ayi Mame ayi Jena no. You celebrate you. World Women's Day. Obia. Indiscriminatory. Indiscriminatory. Why? It's munyina. Obi? MPP former nyina. MPP former nyina. NDC for so gas no mu film ni munyina. Mu film ni dem betimi atwen. Obi? A gas for ni ayada me papa. We are bruchire for man so na mitrim yam de na wam so wo mo anso nyam kire on betwuma da pa o ye mahuna manne kwa Afrifa mahuna manne enso mekoso an maso mo why agosia anya manfo ni sunu o mo bantin meja wo mo hunu oni ya dada o mo na bibifo no no mo ko a esa wo don sa ba akoko no na de ba akon so pia wo mo if so makwa ese sebi mpraduasa enu ya edo mo gudam ne de kwadubu na sen so o kwa ne atwen ba ne no wo ko na so makwa mo ate ai to dam de ginga mo kakra so makwa mo obi yan shasie cutting razor general ohene ade na nam kurum ohene adai ohene general nene na ka beso se zuru na o debut nene na okotakura de ohene ohene ken sida ka ba bia wo kam degrader How many minutes into the show and how many views? Yeah, say
8.1.
8.1K 20 minutes. Wow, yeah, that must say Ghana. Thank you. But Mungo soon share. General, I didn't walk room. But before that, Kofi, what's the end and right?
Say the question no.
Adia, Saday, Adiana, Aday. Highway bay. Kanda highway. No, I'm saying
no,
it's one school now. One could be taught on one. No, highway. Na Kanda highway. Say one another. Supersonic highway. No, I'm saying dear nurse. No, I'm saying BBS. And you're train. General, for getting razor, bra.
Oh,
hey, Ediani.
We are Taniata.
I na a frag will be trouble colors. Trouble colors or sound your ear. Who be you? Ataniata, Kenka, Tafumo Jaduro, Aya, the at the DNC,
I saw Independence Day. Nature, yes, so a TV over here. Ataniata. Almost no more show. Fugupa. Same.
I was in the same. Okay, so the two favorite people of mine. We Ura Julius Debra. Despite the fact that he is still a favorite person of mine. Adeba ko ya many G we asepa. Let me say me ware no te ho. E buo a ode ma minti. Even whatever has happened, it should happen a little bit. Nemo no a general so another film papa of mine.
The feeling brother.
Now Angrophone kase. Say the race okopano yakwa wi Americano, you're 12 years. Now, couldn't you about train a woman? Never know me and you are shy. Now, we'll be common. Now, almost spiritual father in Baba go. It was the purpose. Tisha will when a bachelor will be the president. We should have bachelor. It will be our children. Pans who show the Achi and collect. No general switch and your call right. No, I'm the quarter now. Now, my former boss, minimum kakra. It means the body language kakra. When you're comfortable with be a minimum. I
know a month for
when you're comfortable. So we per president did. Some more can do market. Aboso kind na. And I'm so we so pe biadi. Oh, now you can raise a Fabra ni enchiremu. Daniel you were NDC ni. Enti my former boss no mo yes one sedun ketia e se kura ba ne se frugo ombesha no mo compete enti yi ba ko na mi ba ko sa Ataniata ebe di 2024
timpe no mu didisi
ebe brutal
Fanta brutal.
Bobby, General. Eti Ataniata na ade aba. Hey, wo de wonyo. Manfo na eka. Manfo is mo hadwi o. Yo, any our first topic no aye ko ne ya. Mo se de Ibrahim Mahama. Okay, yen hwe video bi. Your friend say Daniel, ene wo be ya adwuma bi ama ya quick. Mesere modaroma. Hwa na mo amanke kama adwa nkyere mo. Hey. Danny, on so go be on a more serious note. Where Ibrahim Mahama, Daniel Kuwachi kakra, na yanshe jinahaya, Debbie Jinaha Babia, the seal of the president, Ebo, our Kaneho. So Ibrahim Mahama ni, and a president of the republic, John Dramani Mahama. Oko official duty to be a flood nesi wo a voter region. First year Jinaha. Na surprisingly, President Nisi no. Ibrahim Mahama anana air driving the presidential car.
As day.
That is a beautiful question. And you see, Ghana for you been any more hard. So we discuss issues on political lines. So it's not even no more about the safety of the president. It is no more about the president being a national asset, and for that matter, your brother cannot be doing these things.
Exactly so.
When you are president of the Republic of America, Federal Republic of America, one can say man drive or personal man drive. And then Ibrahim Mahama and they're driving the president of the republic in an official car. Now question you must say Ibrahim Mahama or can a official protection guide or protection force of the president accident on count. Yebusa question say Ibrahim Mahama or can national security detail of the president assistance no bian kan kire say Ibrahim Mahama a part of the presidential guide or presidential force obian kan kire say Ibrahim Mahama a part of national security detail of the president obian kan kire say Ibrahim Mahama you can the chauffeur the national chauffeur because you are driving president or you well trained chauffeur you can chauffeur president or driving and they say Ibrahim Mahama, and you see chauffeurs, you were more than 1, 2, 3 for the president. So at every given point, there is a chauffeur of the nation that is supposed to drive the president of the republic.
Exactly.
And you didn't see. I didn't see. The president of the Republic of Ghana. The brother and they're driving and way me was a comment in the and a very humble brother, very humble rich man. How my baby? Say Ibrahim Mahama president a baby. No a person would do a year convoy next year. And you're right. In any other civilized jurisdiction, we don't do that. By normalizing,
Exactly.
it is what we saw the convoy next year. Fire, but sir, to drive the president of the republic in a presidential car, and the people don't see anything wrong with it.
Precisely.
So president you move here, the security detail, even convoy, every car that is supposed to be in the convoy, national security is supposed to have a detail of it. It is all quiet. There is the motorcade of the president. Our president in the motorcade, a big bat say arrowhead. Omuye miansana omudi animu. Omuye advanced motorcade. I didn't see. Show run. Show no one for run. No crime. I need to voice. I go be. Saturday dia no.
GBC dia no.
GBC dia no. Go be. It's motorcade ni bedi kaba. Now if you are not advanced party riders in Swaba, president party riders, and sana state protocol, either say 1 or 2 cars aba, and sana the president's secretary aba. Now if you are the police or the military, the arrangement of civilized societies, because president movia, a threat is behind the back.
Precisely so.
It's your funny security in Niagara. It's before so people caught in president came, so on their driving. The person must be a well-trained chauffeur of the state. I would dictate even security threat to be bad. How did we get here? Say Ibrahim Mahama no your brother young country you say or no the chauffeur of the president or no the president in the more drive. Na president per se Ibrahim Mahama joining one kemwa. No problem. President in bet me at Tinechiri. Na Ibrahim Mahama joining Wechiri. Na president in Eddie Camp at the front. At every given point, the Eddie Camp must be in front. Osha, one of the Eddie Camp no what Ibrahim Echi. Ibrahim see no see. How did we get here? And we complain about friends and family. Your mama saw reset it. When you reset no, the optics. When you reset no. And it is not about Ibrahim Mahama woni sika na woni sika. It is not about Ibrahim Mahama humble and now humble. It is about the right practices of a civilized societies.
Precisely so.
Call. And then you do her. Obakai president go for accident to nyai. Ya normalizing you maybe. When him say president na kure kwa. Ne ka na si oni bo animu. Ye wo mienu. Ba ko ye decoy. And a president say be ya in case somebody wants to even attack. And now so mo ko drew baby. Na say president ka na say na bibia. Ye wo another one looking like the president own which he will sit in.
Exactly.
Until we take all these precautions to safeguard the president. More often than not, Kobi, the AN say, President Sebano, instead of don't forget, the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
Precisely.
To be a commander-in-chief of the armed forces, it's not a joke. For your brother to be driving you, it is not a joke.
Precisely.
You are reducing the bar. You are bringing the bar very low. Commander-in-chief of the armed forces. And today your brother is the one that drives you on official duty. And nobody sees anything wrong with it. President go 4 times. One or say be or many accident to a year your pebia. Because now you normalize say president yet me man crofo di actually. Ordinarily, sa party boys no it's not even right. Kofi, do you know that even the president in Memuvia, I have presidential convoys across the world. Almost even red car, almost a white car, almost a green car, no lighted car near money won't because of security reasons.
Precisely so.
And then they reduce the bar solo, say President Mohammed Mian driving when he's going on official duty. As what? The aide camp. As what? Yabeka chere. Say Ibrahim Mohammed and no the chauffeur of the president ana. Ati abana no. Eti me my to anum. Eti maban masisa niam na maban masisa. To ayinim to sa wenim. Obi. Maban masisa niam na we research ni. Adi abana no. Adi an ye tantan sa. Obi. Under no circumstance should the president be allowed. And your matan say, and I know nay and about our Kenya and official and they and the Ghanaian people don't see anything wrong with it because you see Ibrahim Mama Wiska. It is not about Wiska now. But any serious jurisdiction, we don't do this. You can't do it.
Exactly.
Even Wankasa, President of America, my own driving. Even when you are done with your service, you will not be allowed to drive.
Exactly. So,
for security reasons.
Asset to the nation.
Asset to the nation. Now by President of the Republic. That is how come the moment you to baby, security sano, na national security take over. A good yes, concept, sir. We trivialize issues in this country for nothing.
So,
you're right. And you're right too. And you're right. We should not normalize it.
Exactly.
And you're right anywhere. Nowhere. President go 4 times. How you may normalizing a money accident or pebia. Because I was a guy. Because he felt entitled to say President convoy qua. That is how come a president convoy or this be the president. Because when you do that and you train securities of the president, they think it's a threat. But Nigeria can't come shoot you. What I say? Say Ibrahim, your president, brother. It is one in a mem who is can't me and
the president,
the family and friends in your bini. The president, even as a president, a year on one private function. He cannot be allowed. Mr. President, this is your wish, but we cannot allow you. Precisely. That is how serious nations they do.
Exactly.
By the idea, you didn't know by a good year. You better the shirt, your channel, or you're humble, no driving a brother. You didn't know woo. How did we get here? You're normalizing your matan time. It's your nagabi or cheddar, couldn't driving a muya. Tikamba yoki. I don't know. But they can't say in politics. Optics is as important. Perception is as important as the reality.
Precisely.
You know, in politics, it is not just about the reality. So President Ibrahim Mahama ben na momemu. Oh, no 2 ways about it. We know. Obabo yenim so ben na momemu. Yenim ni nyina. But at the end of the day, obane na momemu akofi. Must the people see it? So brother it is a trite knowledge. So brother Emmanuel Ibrahim but must the people see it? Optics.
Precisely.
More fire.
Na president akoya party. No ama cameras nyina ankoda baby. Ni atwa ne dem. Yenim say president obaji wani.
More fire.
But for the good of the people, the optics.
More fire.
Tina Akufo-Addo ne ho yam ngoma santa nyama oye. Yetimi de be 100 cars. What is that? Every car of the president when he's moving, national security is supposed to take details of the car before he moves.
Precisely.
Concert here. Official capacity of Ibrahim Mahama. And we have the state. Yakase state agofinya agudi o. Yakase state here. Enya agudi. Yakase constitutional governance government enya agudi o.
Precisely.
So we cannot even envelop the state from family. We cannot draw the line between the state and the people. We cannot draw the line between state and friends.
More fire.
So the work of the state. Armed forces also mobile president the Air Force is supposed to be driving the president. And Ibrahim Mahama anyway we any reset and they've treated as if it's an issue. Why? We reduce governance to its barest minimum. The kind of governance we reduce to
more fire.
We any reset
more fire.
Make mupa muntie and won say no omudi me video bi ana me bro you can ofori atane Akufo-Addo bia no omo NDC for ne share na ti mo adwene ye adwumani e di se mo share dia na che se Akufo-Addo kura man fa nche no na dwoma wa na me do che no mo abobo adam wana munya abotre we ye season 1 episode 7 into episode 7 kura na mo hopo yi adai
omunya abotre
show emusi anya papa show ne nye so mu betete otitidi ese edu sen 9.2 4 mo de munko why ne mu bebu no Ibrahim Mahama you don't have any business driving your brother. You don't have any business in to abama. Who yes can you atena one yes kase. Yenim so ya dan ya obe didi aban ni mu. Obe control aban no. But let it not be in our faces. We don't care.
More fire.
Let us have our peace. Unshia dia kakra. To wade na wo ye no. Does it sit well in any proper governance structure?
More fire.
Say president of the republic and the brother and the driver. Are you people okay? What is that? We reduce our governance to the lowest.
More fire.
And nobody sees anything wrong with it. Because it's been done by Ibrahim. And say Akufo-Addo pencil. So if you wanted to come and continue what the Akufo-Addo did, what was there the need for you as to sack them? The same thing. The justification is that Akufo-Addo by what you maybe for that matter you guys are going to do exactly the same. What was the need for us to sack them then?
More fire. Fire them.
What kind of come on, you guys should stop it. Ibrahim Mahama was kind of here, dear baby.
Not driver for Nasa.
Driver for us. President were no less than 3 chauffeurs.
More fire.
So the practice has been that ordinarily, president private driver is not supposed to be driving him.
Precisely.
But from Tamils, what they do is that they enroll Omuankasa private drivers into the service. So if you think Ibrahim Mahama is the one supposed to be driving you, let us know. Enroll him onto the service as your chauffeur.
Precisely.
Then we can have official records saying that Ibrahim Mahama is the new chauffeur of the president.
More fire.
Ibra
chauffeur. And also dia na ya ye dey say. Edin tutu. Ibra chauffeur.
So ne kam.
O dey dey.
Ye ne kam mu no ho.
Ye ne kam mu no ho. As driver. Ibra chauffeur. Yeah. Oh my serious issues. No I na trip. Ibra chauffeur say. Ibra chauffeur. Ibrahim Ahmed no.
Ibrahim driver.
Ibrahim driver. Also the no man. Is on.
Oh,
Okone ni mabrabo. Eti oye. Nisika oye nyina ompe. Ope president driver. Ti Ibra chauffeur. And Ibrahim driver.
More fire.
Oh, mama me ni mo from asem go vi mo oni genu am from asem nko wa we me di show is why we before some to aso GhanaRecords.com mo nko ready but ma me nko achimobu akwa ye ochehina himfie na me nka asem nchire ochehina kakra me ro ada mama ajo yes ochehina set task force bi wo eye chibi they are terrorizing people Mirror say wonya aware me dey ba wanim no atie. People like you task force no omo terrorizing crofo. Na yesi afro bi akwa abusua bi akwa family. A omo wo omo dan e wo keche bi. Omo free 17 why no ma wo ade no a Kofi. Na akohwe mremu a ye wo bibi a wo ko eye Act 1036 na. Act 1036 in the Land Act of Ghana. Section 2 no. E kire eye the titles that a person can hold in our land. Allodia title, usufructual, common law freehold, deben brofo ni nyina ne se wotu emi na afie gya e wo mso agi asase free bomfa hene wo ana wo gifre agona hene wo na nso so ya abusuani ana wo ya part of the stool ne nko ade ono nso wo title say wotimi didi asase ne so e transfer ma transfer obi ani wo betimi stop no unless you abandon asase no ansa no hene ne nsa timi aka na ya abandon ne dia enya krata nko na mu obi ye owner of asase by war, by conquest, by gift, by everything. There are several things that wo ho minim ni nyina na mom ni yase akwa family omo asase ye wo ho omo dan no omo dia ma obi se ene mo ntena mu kakra from last year April and was ye nye rent na ye pese ye renovation timuntu enimu no nso omo dia ma eye enkrofo omo de omo kiosk asisi wo ye ni ade ni ase abranche ba ko bi wo de Alexander Minta na wo ye oche hini photographer ono nso wo bi wa animu ho a afa wontu oso wontu no adonten hina abonten don hina wo ho se wo mane mane ntu etia ne sa de a wo ye ni ade an wo gina abonten don hina no sutumi e ma abonten don hina ne se asase no kura ye wo no ye friends say aban dia na aban dia abonten don hina no wo assembly member wo assembly wo DC aban dia ma aban no me fight adia ba no
more fire
ave ye yes obi didi emoforiata Daniel emoforiata no akotwero krata na me frɛ no so oto ne badin etu oto ne badin wi obegete ba na ebom no wani yes ye bia ni am oche hina hu se di emoforiata so atwero mo krata ase wo momra mehia the allocation committee of debe ema 87 years mrwane nkokora 89 years mrwane nkokora wo mo abo mo brate om ba bia ni ye chetu o ma debe no mo ye ne sa Ediabeno. Yali tumi mamu ahemfo ediabeno. Ama na abrwane frɛ me kyese say ya invite ne say womra location ye ekojojo no ediabeno no munya sa ne no ahemfo no mo ana moye ma ne ma ye bibi kabisi bibi basa afa ebu o ma hini no mira che hine say wunya nte ya na motio for pen wunya nte ya dia wo nkrofo ne yeni tifa na asi wo na wo ya do si wo so nioma se ya ne so mo ye ne che bi wa se wo mo nam kura na AK47 ne ade hye ade ba no Gobi eti mesre Musa task force no ya tese mo nhwe o che hine sase so yaso ye kura na concession side wo mo akasa kojibi no mutu ni ya terrorizing crofo munya sa ne ma no ye be hyara de ania mesi wo munya sa ne ma no enioma se ya na mo ye kufa do ho ye hin wo ho a ye ba ye lusu vote lusu munya ade ba no Obi, when you prelims, and I'm said, dear Moforiata, yes, or befriend me, or to the bedding, dear, may you wait by Treha. Then we are best going into details. Precisely. And dear Chili, and run him, Now, yes, my can to Muko Ramamel. Moon run, I bet moto. There may be a see what you guys are doing.
More fire. Bend them.
Fire bend them. Oh, you're changing the frame. Where you are no frame. Obi, your next topic here, JJ Rollins. So much more ye June 4th revolution. Ombe celebrate ya Kovi. Yet Kroma 31st December. Case be your friend MPP versus a year IGP said the 31st December case. Why any idea? No almost more best celebrate MPP versus AG. Almost best celebrate a 31st December. Court only can pay. Say in a democratic governance, we cannot be celebrating this nonsense. And look at it first, a bloodless school. I feel all of a sudden, President Kufuaba, what's it there? A young woman and people are under Jesus Christ. The youth of this nation, NDC all of a sudden, NDC wants to pretend as though we are democratic change. If you guys knew just some 30 years down the lane, some 40 years down the lane, the things that your fathers and your mothers went through in the hands of JJ, and then the crop for Kenya is somebody NDC. Say a revolution. Yes, celebrated June 4th. Near JJ Rollins, no, I quite know as an actor Rollins. Now, but see, democracy. How does June 4th has a place in a democratic governance? Ask them. Yanyani ajatum. Seku nenye 66 DSC free fane kotukadi nenye. Tianto nchene. Ana ni celebrate omodie. Yanyina ni ajatum. Said the C79 June 4th enye 72. Yatu aba amabuzia. Ene adu adakufo ado. Na ayi a champon. What babaji to me from na champon kro bu amamuo papa in 7 to 8 years. Ono kra dey celebrate
more fire.
Yeah. Mobile 79. Nipa kunkuma. Kobi. Nipa lusu womo lives. Besi edru baby. Na fisher folks. Omo so omo consume a. Omo net no. Echi nipa. Nipa yakum omo. E wo kase ho. When you na mranche ni nim. E maba wani nim. Soja fu JJ Rollins kum omo. Kobi. Obatan ya ne betua nufu anu oye judge. Yasi JJ say time of course oba a year May 15th ni ade no. Ye jankro for way. JJ. Ave mu nyina si ye nyaka. Ni asi yo yate. Ene ye beja aka. Ye mamra nche ni hu. Mo tworo curriculum ni history kwa mo yi sa ne o ni nyina fu. Eti ha wo say wo ko uko school te say JJ kum ni ba. Ye yi afre me boa. Nya me ka no asanka ni. Aha. What changing one? I feel one come on to move on. Abedru baby on by a revolution na June 4th. Na JJ Banoko General Pejan and my father was hey. Mudi June 4th for dear. You bet Kai Mam for June 4th for Yao. If Sadiano Moyeno. Miracle Janka can't be. Instead, says speaker no. Obey uses her opportunity also who the daughter of a Medra comment who said it. The speaker should have had a great opportunity to speak to the people and say that such comments are not necessary. If we are a nation, we've all agreed. See a bit move on. Have a speaker and say me the daughter of a Medra. It's now you are dividing the nation. Precisely so. So one call had Waka a year JB Danko a traitor dear. And the Doka made of a daughter of a Medra. Why won't it? Is it not true? Said JJ Rollins was a Medra. Is it not true? National Reconciliation Committee report in the the kind of findings they had against JJ Rollins. And no crowd Rebecca Sikufu by. One no JJ no say SIB report. Special Investigative Board report to appear in 1988 and no JJ Netisono report no. When you see it, you'll be amazed. The things that JJ did. Killing people left, right, center. Final report of SIB. This is the investigative. When him says I report 20 coffee, almost she a whole your friend say a print house. Almost she no. Because they didn't want this report to come out. We had moving a frame was Okatakyie but it can't be. Na yamba show. Nyama ye kwajuti Captain Chikata. Any JJ Rollins ye Nkrumah. All of a sudden almost yanki anu tu. Mo bi anka wase. Okumuya kumonu anka sanu nkro fo bebre. And no could do what a military a year bondasi, baby omkoku, judge and any adeno. Never omuku house. Now, no momuko military in Chilima. Utu an alco Jiwadu and Yana was in Kregu. On your my jeji, so a batter. Now, and your muko, or Momodu Soprandi was that, or Mochiwa no more kuno masho. Baby, our mo a Sicilia Quantiado, Justice Sicilia Quantiado, any Quabenet Japon papa, any a year a Yibakui. Baby, almost she will move. Yes, for so many years, no home food. All of us are see a rim feet. And some best celebrate June 4th. Obia no best celebrate June 4th for best. I pretend it's a me and can once. Most celebrating quite the Becca once. You back high mount for their course. In a democratic dispensation, how do we allow this nonsense to fester? President Kufuor or by year National Reconciliation Committee. And was you dear singing, Mumia yanka. the how will be a report the National Reconciliation Commission report volume 1 executive summary you better read some of the executive summary no what share and you ma jeje Rollins here
more fire
you be able to jeje no anu asem Adebuga Captain Adebuga one na jeje yusu no ma wo kum nipa bebre and one no muton Adebuga no to ebetie no
more fire
JJ was such a person say o kum nipa no kura wotimi sumo obi ma ne ko filme ebre no atena kase wo no ahwe na ni age Riyadh mo no abaje so and he said we shouldn't talk about it as to whether whether or not I have a problem with JJ kum nipa no it is me opinion say be say base cool now ya enya agudi so you need to kill people to survive either you kill or you are killed because onu JJ ne yachi na ebeku no but nobody is going to tell us say unti JJ ba won kum nipa what say Fidel Castro pepepe time of Fidel Castro or ye cool first one 1930s movie or Janico Argentina Mexico or Koshia Ernesto Che Guevara or Camilo Fusiangu when him so almost a boy be ye cool said a boachija boy JJ year 79 cool no man omko fa Fidel Castro by or we kum Camilo Fusiangu or kum Ernesto Che Guevara in Bolivia because has the same strategy na JJ nya 79 wo yusu yi omo ebu na aliduji wa mo omo bu na ma ne yeku do obo nyum yi medo meko medo food na so akodi gun saw adma ko nyameche o chesi ni out o nyina wo mbo ma JJ be yi o kum bebre aliduji wa mo da o mani o mo ba wo chi wo ku mo nyina da yes JJ mi anka e de ba no Commodore your friend say papa ya so akobo bosia 50,000 and nay 5 cedi oku no adebe no bosia o akobo bosia wo ye military commander no akobo bosia de asidan nyeso awi o man ni sika JJ Rollins ku no abe yes me anka wasem yebeka mudi jumfo fo yebeka yes munya adi na munya samu portrait JJ Rollins wa me yehwe Captain and Krabby father che oni JJ Rollins ne kwa chimota oni JJ Rollins ne ko military these are the remarks of a Captain and Krabby father che say when him so no kro obo JJ mani yeku oba ye JJ say in time no omo try first one ye che Captain ko ye see ye try no e wa bra na lawyer kura ni ho mutiny ye can mutiny ye say treason military version of a treason wo ye ni ade no wo say ne me lawyer wo say o da bi lawyer ni wo kra ye bua no ni ade ni share detention JJ Rollins ba ya so penance mo sa ko yi no beboa ne kakrama ne ye 1 2 3 wie ye e wa no say wo yi ni free so ade ko share detention for 6 months ono another for one ko achimota and mo se mi yanka ebeka Captain and Krabby father teneka na no asem ade be no ya tu kromo asi asoja fo abua JJ bebre wo ko mo nyina da wo ko mo nyina da pepe wo hini all of a sudden JJ is a hero, the unsung hero. Yankan wasem. Yankan JJ wasem. General Utukamo. I didn't know ye. General Kote, I didn't know ye. Omian Kano Kure. Okumia Naminiano, not necessary. Near celebrity JJ kum not military commanders. Bebre. When him some no ka say almost said that kum General Kote ane Saba for friends Joya Medome almost said that kum notness just because they wanted to balance the act say enya asante fon kwa ne kuno obu there was no crime against him but yes said them kumbi nianga say enya asante fon kwa ne kuno enya kan fon kwa ne kuno Momi adwen nkwa didi wate mo celebrity June 4 for ebeka ho asem mo celebrity ebeka ho asem obi me no ka say mo musa JJ Rollins abusuafo se o mo nimu a na na kono do adwuma Rollins so da so ti ase mo musa no Emma no secretary bia na so wo ho na wo sori anopa na castle ho Saturday what type Captain Krabby father teneka all type the tintin afi obe nwan say Saturday anopa na oh lord wo kotewa ko hwa dia no a yesi JJ Rollins ni moja ye no ho aji so wo chante okotic so wo mo di wo ba no achi ko ne fie ko ye de o me e de ba no no fire fuma sam so ho ya so kwa didi mo pese e jai we ni kira mo nyanse hunu ni di
more fire
Yanko fire bend them. Yanko NRC report. Page 30 of the National Reconciliation Committee report. Niyan hwede omo kafa jeje ho. Obi. Jeje kumya mo no ankasa ni kurumfo. Ayi Fridays. Fetish priest. Okumiensa. Fetish priest mensa. Ba ko ni din de Togbe Akaku Ahiaku. With the report of the NRC, and the now you read the report, point 5741. Or say, the famous fetish priests from Volta region were abducted and murdered in apparently mysterious circumstances in the early part of 1982. Prior to the carbon copy abduction, murder and burning of the remains of the 3 high court judges and the retired army officer on 30th June 1982. In each case, the charred remains of the victim were found in the bushes a day or two after the abduction. It is the way can I say. In a year, J.J. Rollins was a fetish priest to be a year voter. Now, when you bone, my kind bone natural. Or what you want me and send you a kumo. Or my hine, or my hinimwa. I dare save you, or my hine, and say, no, my hine, a bushini, and can revolution. And one who say, no, and who come brimuno. I never know. What's a me and kai? Yabakai, Sapepe. J.J. Rollins ye. And Omoka said the carbon copy style of the way Omudi Kun judges no. Sapepe pen womu ye ya Omudi Kun sa fetish priest me say. Na yenhwe fetish priest womu ye hoya. Ba ku de the Togbe Akapo Ahiaku. Fetish priest and transport owner popularly known as Yaya Boy of Atijive in the Okatakyie district. His crime was that he was suspected to be plotting with others to use juju or fetish to kill the chairman of the NDC. PNDC. And in the crime, you say almost suspected say what did you be cool? J.J. Rollins and your coaching now you cool on your shame. More fire. Dear Bernard, of Master saw Yamunia. Eh? One movie, Yano, Yon Kuno, Togbe, fetish priest of Ayachiame. Eh? On the 24th of February 1982, by the same Medros gang, the modus operandi was the same, and his body was burnt. More fire. Most me can wasem because a J.J. Rollins. Mombasa be can wasem the Munya revolution di. What did you ever catch them for them? It's a moment the PNDC. Yeah, no more transmographer mo ayi P na free ho. NDC number. And internet the national security coordinator tewa. Ovi? Yes was say make Okatakyie. Makoka so ye joma ma boy. It as much as he can obetchire me where power lies. National security coordinator ma me hwe ni muka asem chire. Me nsuro hwenwem. Na me nsuro wu. Me nsuro. Na me dro sa akwa na asem so ade wo kan ye ma akwa na betena wo se. Me no mu nsuro enu me minimum. Dia mo kan ye ate me kan no wasem a mo kan ate musim besizi me ka mo mesizi na mo nko sa ban we na de kan no ma me kan beti ana se kan no eye obi ye wia kan no dia ene obi na wia na me sa kan eti ye be ko nipa no wo fire for fire asem ma afia mama asem ma wate so obi na wia kan no na me sa kan ye dia mimi wia kan no ene obi na wia na me sa kan obi a nwrenwo obi a kronimu na menye jahine ba I'm telling you Gobi Samson Daniel Kwao Togbe Kwaku Akwe was arrested 26 February 1982 and taken to the residency extensively to meet Dr. Fiagbe the regional secretary. He went there, but before that when him say yes papa we ya to Fiagbe ya Dr. Fiagbe komu kumai hene no na yenkoni yenko hwa de o hwe eye .5749 was it the first port of call of the hired gang of killers on each occasion was the residence of Dr. Fiagbe, the regional secretary and representative of the PNDC in the Volta region. Indeed, Dr. Fiagbe admitted that he met them. Knowing the sort of person they were dealing with, the murderers showed Dr. Fiagbe little respect. They told him their mission. Powerless, he telephoned Flight Jerry John Rollins to find out if the swaggering band of killers had his authority. Tienye. Ono Dr. Fiagbe no. Time wa nkrofo jeje asoma mu so mu nkoku no. E ba ye no. O Fred JJ Rollins say, "Sa nkrofo wo authority ara." Tientie. Flight Rollins, Lieutenant Rollins told him not to interfere.
More fire.
Thierry Wakayo, JJ Rollins. Now a year, a regional commander of a Deban PNDC. No friend say, Uncophobia Baha more Koyan your man, Eko Kumni Paniade. Do they have the authority? Was it JJ Rollins catch and say he shouldn't interfere?
More fire.
Now, you heard the report to the kind. Dr. Fiagwe then left them to carry on with their murderous intent. Where the report? We was from the evidence abducted, adduced before us. We are satisfied that these murders were carried out on the orders of the chairman of the PNDC. Where a report, you know? NRC report. But see this, or more findings, and JJ Rollins was there. Yankaya Debako. The only person Dr. Fiagwe was able to save was his uncle, Tobe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo, who had also been abducted and brought to Dr. Fiagwe's official residence. He was accused of being in league with the fetish priest. It was fetish priest 3 New Year. And Omuko Tobe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo. So I'm kuna ka ho. Omo de ba Dr. Fiagwe ho no. But for the pleas of Dr. Fiagwe, the gang would have dealt with him in the same short, sharp and cruel manner. Instead, they gave him a severe beatings. Now the report goes on to say, the commission finds it surprising and extraordinary that a paramount chief should be subjected to such humiliation by these young men.
More fire.
JJ Rollins in a paramount chief of Anglo. Boy, sit me puno. Nani bromu ye. Answa. Omu ye ye no. And there were on Mamon Candy.
More fire.
Mamon Candy. What's it? All of a sudden, Muslim Yankai de JJ ye. Yankai. Rakai. Niama JJ ye.
More fire.
Omi asun kwa did you? Omi? Omi asun kwa did you? Amatekwe, Wobewo. JJ Rollins wanted Amatekwe to exonerate them. It's Amatekwe. When JJ Rollins said, we're giving it up, we're thrown under the bus. One corner, almost say, one the report, a recorder, and quite Amatekwe, and Cassie were known a years our crimes and near on his own. Amatekwe is one can, no way no can cry, and can report on the Kapchanawaha, the meaning of a year in our ha. JJ Rollins said, no, taste Amatekwe is one Casano. What Dimricat J recorder no, at the best no cough and call shooting range. And on one course or cancer or Amatekwe and carry.
More fire.
Monsieur JJ Rollins Miankai, the enemy.
Teach them.
And then American.
Teach them.
And now Mugabe say, we should stop talking about national security coordinator and we'll be Bob Redruce and Kanwa say, who Mugabe? She says, we Steve one day said, yeah, was Steve one was just first. Mugabe who are for the Bob Redru baby or Drian. And then around country. Mamuka can say, Munya Botre and can focus on the one trishy. We are season 1, episode 7. We know, baby. 4 years is a long season. Why? Baby, a month for any. We will let the people know the truth. Then they will decide what they want to do. Kobi? And JJ do okumunipa. Hey, okumunipa papa. Yankoni yankoshe SIB report. Yaka SIB a. Tell my JJ kunwe ye judges no. There was a special investigation board where you're setting it up. So we investigated the kidnapping and killing of a year specified persons. And when you report in the habit. So I report we. Omu so wa ka sama beto. Ai, we kura me. We intimacy. We insi. We kura. National security dem bia betimi aye. Mirror Osman de ope bia betimi aye. Enya abotre na national security be ka adwa kire wo. Enya se bia national security tie ka adwa kire. Kwase ane abo ne enka. Na ye be putu we jab wonan mu nya abotre na nko ho. Nya abotre. Why? And five emotions ma wo. Na we nya revolution wo. We ma tworo krata koma all the embassies. Said the mo be ye nie. Why? International relations. I will trigger all the protocols because minimum beku. Timunya abotre. Obi report no oko paragraph 21 to paragraph 29. The kind of things in the report you'll be shocked. The Captain Kojochi Katamoye. We under JJ now 1988. So report we on one under JJ. It when yes will be MPP before the okay report no say in spite of the evidence that the chairman of the PNDC Flight Lieutenant Rollins was a close associate of Captain Amedeka. And again, in spite of the clear evidence that the Fiat Companola Egypt, which was used in kidnapping, was collected from the house of Mrs. Ajima Rollins. There was no evidence from the inference can be drawn. There was no evidence, but from the inference, it can be drawn that the chairman and his wife had foreknowledge of the kidnapping and the murders. We under J.J. Rollins. SIB report. On one, it's you under J.J. Rollins.
More fire.
Kano ye koku ye de ko chi nkrofo no koku mu ba Amedeka mo no amete ko emu no JJ Rollins ayi so ni na ko do Ajima Rollins ni fie table ana na keys ni bu na ka ni si wo ana mo say report no say from the inference we can come to the conclusion that the chairman of the PNDC and the wife was in the known, had foreknowledge. You can't foreknowledge, that means they know nim and son of medicine in it. I kidnapping the cost of them. I've been Muslim Yankan. When you answer Muno, what kind of report now? Dear Captain Okatakyie, most of the murders were on the orders of Captain Okatakyie.
Precisely.
Abi yasemianka jeje mentor no poni ekoso nyina momi aso kwa didi o MPP no na agimie ne yetenase a yetimi hwe niam na NDC for tag ye ne tag ye ne akia no yakeka nche ani court ye fa mu nsem hunu ne mu court sem na mfi wa ho akokora ne nyina mkopa bintra ni afa ya nchechire party ne fufu party ya radicals bebem party radicals with knowledge so kofo e kan e beka bia kire omo ye memasem e be bia kire omo that is the kind of party we want bia ambasi e be memasem de nyina afa ngwoni nchechire man period ya so nkwa didi de be na momi aso nkwa didi amo ha ya adwensa Obi no kura na ha ne wo manfo no ka bi wo mo ka bi abosai 10 unsi yeshu ndi ana nche yentimi me kwan afo hours na de oni yire
Dabi 19
abosai 19 nji yenru ba bia cha ma me Uze go bi wo enioma abeka na ayu contem because kwasia aboa nim nti onche
it means
onche
5 hours ni mu 3 hours ye kwasia ne aboa
sa
that be ntimi nyesa so
we ka go bi ye wi SIB report ye be to Facebook
more fire
na show no na yenya nwie show no kura no 5,300 likes 2,000 shares 92,900 views 10,000 plus comment. Yakoto.
More fire.
Timusumu goto biwa. Ebeton biyama.
More fire.
Why Omi ankano krenchire yo gobi. Yankano krewu. J.J. Rollins was a murderer today. He was a murderer tomorrow. He was a murderer in the next years to come.
More fire.
Nobody will be allowed to whitewash. You speaker, when your opportunity, unite the nation. Tell them, say where you traitor near the who here, where you murderer near the who here. Of Masamon show. Huh? What quite John Taino? Akwani ka kire nso okun ni papa Mommy asun kwa did you hey enkofo yaw hye enkofo mo bi the kind of things that when people talk about JJ twama ma wo kromu a
more fire
ada say yes a man holding nioma ba for di odi ne say ka to no ofi aso mo kofodua na mo ma report no say wa kofodua ye dai Matescu oyi no twa ne ma or the row from J.J. Rollins.
More fire.
After Muslim Yankan, we mamma and Chelma Bawani. Some person ever candia. Revolution, Munya celebrity. We are in a democratic dispensation.
More fire.
Anything that reminds the people of a painful past, we must throw it somewhere.
Exactly. So,
other than that, we will continue to let the people know.
More fire.
What you pin for the NDC? All of that has a munya. What people know. Not necessarily mukumo munya asem ketwa. Yeje wie ya not necessarily mpe na asem no share that day a free holiday for Hajj. Why by? Sa na da ya. She da kumo mpapa. from us mo so yanwe ho me na meka me say obi anwane nko ba bia yamba plan ni nyina so nyamete e bi say nipa no nim say me ya de papa national security coordinator Osman yanko ne yanko hwe adebuga a jeje Rollins oboa no ama ni di bone yenti adebuga yenti no.
Oh, the point is I feel guilty that innocent people, not only soldiers, the 260 people who got missing, most of them are there and other places which they know. You see, that doesn't mean.
Tell me some of the other places.
If you are going to the range, you understand, some of them are there, that tertiary range area. And if you are going to the airport, especially the Air Force boys, they call that place Agege. They were buried there discriminately there. You see, those Air Force boys were reckless. So,
they were buried indiscriminately. And this is a person who was there with JJ Rollins. He literally did all the coup for JJ Rollins. Oba o chasing me out. Adebuga, o chasing him mo oni admaku nyameche mu kotena. Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire san wo kwa bruchiri. An wo kano. They were buried indiscriminately. Yentie the entire second video. And then your production now we are solid. And now benya scare from watch it. And a match of 500 Ghana free. Papa. Yentie no.
He made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rollins. And then Rollins told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rollins made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rollins. And then Rollins told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rollins made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rollins. And then Rollins told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rollins made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rollins. And then Rollins told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley.
Jinaso. Me say Emrantie no. A reggae song go say, tell the children the truth. Exactly. Tell the children the truth right now. Tell the children the truth. We've been whining on that I'm praised for much too long. Rebel. Ave nyabotre, nientie Daniel. Nyabotre. Nientie okọ reconciliation committee. Sa akọ ya muhuni. One na JJ Rollins soma no. E ma no kọ feme nkrofo. E de ba na JJ Rollins hwe. Si ekum nipa a wo hwe na ne gye no. Yentie.
Some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that true?
That is wrong.
You have killed a border guard official, isn't that?
That is wrong.
You want to tell this commission you have never killed anybody?
If I've ever killed, then it was something by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rollins.
It was what?
It was something by him.
Sanctioned by
Rollins, Flight Lieutenant Rollins. Let him come here and answer that.
You have killed some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that true?
That is wrong.
You have killed a border guard official, isn't that?
That is wrong.
You want to tell this commission you have never killed anybody?
If I've ever killed, then it was something by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rollins.
It was what?
It was something by him.
Sanctioned by
Rollins, Flight Lieutenant Rollins. Let him come here and answer that.
You have killed some civilians, children, with your work. Is that
where from the horse's own mouth? Kobi, any power what's in our call reconciliation committee, and some of any. Now, branch and I know Bisano say it was cross examination time. Now we're impugning BB on a debuga. Sab debuga kumunipa. Was it kumunipa? It was sanctioned by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rollins. Nasa Riyad nan work or or no na ko. Eko video nkrofo de bama jeje hwe nkrofo ye ku omo wo hwe wia nani age no asere wo si yan kai se je ye be kai on get out
more fire
ya mo dwene nyina minim obi say you guys don't understand what dictatorship is. No, when it comes to me, me say, as to whether I have a problem with what he did, Nemo Miyanko Busa JJ Rollins say, even innocent people who had nothing to do with the revolution, he killed them. So, me who yenkaya revolution ya, o ma yeku omo, yes, we are threatened by any person. What do I say? Me understand the power dynamics. Power is not a small game, but say innocent people are not when you're threatened by them. Uku omo, we are normal. Most you celebrate JJ, we a hero. Now, me can say we should celebrate JJ because he gave us a year freedom. Nonsense to the highest degree. Nonsense to the highest degree. So it's like what you want. Now, Obiabe for freedom. You can say fundamental human right. These are human rights that are not given. You have to enjoy it. Right to life, right to this, right to that. Fundamental. Not JJ Rollins, but no freedom of movement. Obesizi, or no necessity freedom. Or we are was me CZ biwa. No more bargain so. Hey JJ, am I freedom? My Jimmy. Jimmy. No, this man just say, "Ya two a be liman." This man so me kunu metro. It was season mu freedom ni wiye no. An was say kakra bi ma mo. An money J. Say JJ amamu freedom. O mamu freedom say. Ya baka no kure. You people will be uncomfortable, but we don't care.
More fire.
There me ye JJ anya na busu afon fam court. Dimamu me ye coward in your bia. Go to court.
More fire.
Obi, you be kind cray. We tell the children the truth. Now, young could hear JJ Rollins and one. Kwaku Sachiado before so be woo. Kwaku Sachiado koye ni interview. Daniel, yes, I be doing ready, mammy. On one and no mutual king, JJ Rollins say, even General Free Kono. He did not kill Okatakyie. He was being provocative. He was being provocative. Since when did somebody being provocative became a crime?
Ask them.
More fire.
Since when? Second, yes. Where's first one, Mebwa? There be. Okay, so I don't know which of the videos you have, but Yanko. Okay, Nyabotre. I'll come to that and you play. Where's second one? Our first one. Which are how many?
3.
Which are 3? Konebo first one. We who first one? I mean who? Mekachero. What? Where you free fano? I do a kind of free fast. Yenti.
More fire.
Yenti.
Like, he will have to say more. And what did he say? He said Afrifa had been advanced a good load of money to wage a campaign against Champong's union government. Yes, at that time, I mean, things were pretty hot. And
no. Fame called the other one. Fame called me. So I had the JJ Kenya and say, Afrifa. Now there was a certain general be war no JJ Abemu, and he felt threatened by Afrifa and the Asantis. JJ was very specific. Was it the general feel threatened by Afrifa and the Asantis because Asantis were more powerful? So I said that no the Afrifa shame. But at some point it was JJ no one a year. What boy went me among General Kurundi. He felt threatened by Afrifa, and he killed Afrifa. Send Afrifa a CIA agent, and the person, the general wanted a linkage with the CIA. We have a kind of correct. Opa munkume. More fire.
More fire.
Baby. A branding tea. Yanya Nyanko. Yaja, no. I was just nsuo brem na me nom. Why? Ko fa nsuo brem. Na say ye bedru ba bi na nsuo no. Menum antimi nkomyam. Ti say menum nsuo. O say I was just nsuo brem. Na menum bi. Na engumyam. Sa Jenua. Menum nsuo. Na engumyam. Why na say jale? Obi su. Ana waso ma mimi num nsuo. Kwasi akeka sei. Esuo jaboga. Otimi mama ni mu. Obama no otete. Me yaka kontu. Ona lumba boma no no. Ona na champion. Basement ohunu he. Na ya no ni yiri ni mana. Timi tina se 5 hours. Na o man sum fra wo. Na o say the man o mo sori a. O mo hunu ne color ni different. So I'm sure in their head they go like one so ni. I was a fabre me. Hey, mami no msuo de wo chena ja. Ebia na ye de bibia ye meminim. I go food him no grow.
No.
Piao.
Nsuo
Nsuo dead.
You be na we no ma poison no. Go me. Mo family de nko de no. Ja so fefe wo se no. We me no ko ana afi ya ko ana ne mo me ne mbako. Where is mentioning his name? I'm a tailor. I'm not making. It did 10 times. I demand. There's what you got. Now, here's what you got there. I'm not Calvin. I'm coming. But let's have a conversation. Why phone? You did. Want to sound on him? To sound. Want to 2 doors in him? Jera. Want to 2? I'm not no, china make us panel. I didn't panel. We want the sound to stay in. But won't be a door so do. Hey, Enoch, to the original him. I do almost a single room. Single room should name be a and I don't know a single room. Yes, more fast cement and swan.
More fire.
Obeti, he's supposed to hear. Onte, Danny onte. I don't want to sound a yin shanason. One tear can go to Obeti. When him read, they say as a sound that is a fear about Kurumno. But let's move on.
More fire.
When we see a church we must be serious as a nation.
More fire.
Precisely.
More fire.
See, I see a church of mine. Now, some penny empire pay mine year. Is serious? When we are done, yet me budget 2 must say. See, you can see a fight corruption and its related issues. And I'm bram na tum. What? Bramuntem. Na halim pesa sound near clear. No BRTB. Women? You see a building nation. You chichire mine. A mine chichire no. Corruption you be fighting.
More fire.
It is in Kobiya Bonia. Obetra na so beka. Boni na nipa na ye. No wa kire mrakura etia sa boni no. No wa call on the state agency. No ma ba no mo decide nipa ya sa. E den ya bedru ba bia. Ya normalize. Agia tum. Say in fighting corruption. Ya de ema ebesi ho. Ana ho tantan. Why you say Jimmy Italian money box? And why say Bema? And waba phone? No waba kankai. How did we normalize that?
Oh, fire.
See a fight here for corruption. Na se me ko Afrifa na maye bibia. And ye dia maye no. For me be so na come asem. How did we get to a point here? I just say kofa me maame, kofa me papa, kofa me nua, kofa me ma, kofa me yere, ni abesi wo, ni adinatam, ni akire, ni ayese. How did we get there? As a means of fighting corruption.
Precisely.
How did we get there?
Ask them.
See, as a fighting of corruption here, dear. A yedan ya jia tum se kofi. Obi betimi abetena ho for 4 hours. Kwasia, Abua, Jimmy, Kwasia, Utikankai, moving continuously for 4 hours. And we've normalized it. And nobody sees anything wrong with it. All in the name of politics.
Exactly so.
Obviously, I chichiro my dear. Then we must check all these things. I don't have a problem with anybody. Also, all fight him or mine. That's all fight him or mine. Make a chair, Megina here, my baby or mine is sikabi. May do a mine position be. I dare not obit me tenacity. No, I see me fight him or mine. Back at the chain, Marco attack him. Nimpodia, I come with a chance. I open Dimatamadianche. A dear Chana Yere, a dear Chin Kurum for, ne papa. But you know why? Or your political mercenary.
Precisely so.
Tenio. Or your political mercenary.
Precisely so.
It's the entire of Fauci wa. Obako Fau Mame, Befau Papa, Befau Nuya, or Yere, or Ma. It's because when him said you walk and found on Yanokore. They won't so did you a munina temtru mobamwa. O Mamma and Bacatcher said you are person with Jani Jai. And what we yes, I deal we are for so long, and we've accepted this and only norm. We are branch ABS, what Nabesi was say. A branch any your gold fraud. One and FB. And now, when you're froster, now when you're froster, and so when you documents about Kokura, say, when a branch and a dinner echo boo or be, yet the Ghana police Moncheno, Bessine, Nanim. He keeps up with a story. It was Shasia, when you're froster, I would make sure we deal with you. The next day, no about Nanamame, or Namama supporting or a froster, or any. What did you enjoy, sir? A branch and an ex-girlfriend. A miminim sa ex-girlfriend.
More fire.
And one girl ne jai. No one girl ne jai no. Ne ya wunti. No one didn't come Kevin tell us one yan the way.
More fire. More fire. More fire.
Nanim. Or ya a kola one I dream munti. When him the entry by attack me. I fed me who the entry by attack me.
More fire.
The same girl here can ask him. No, I am ex-girlfriend.
More fire. More fire.
And the girl in the born the pass come after him. And he came after me.
More fire.
Not because he thought I've done anything wrong.
No.
A branch ordinance way. So I see a branch any froster. A giant fraud on why. So the documents are quite some fee. Not say you fake here. I must say some fee because he ain't me no one year to my call. And our power didn't be my aura. And yes, sir. Again, I know mammy ayo. Again, and in me ayo. Ne papa yo. This why yo. And we've accepted this madness. Say you're part of fighting corruption. To the name army bebem. Or the Indian bebem. Say be your more tietty woman who my friend say a branch here. Sir, at the end. And a branch any the baby by a friend go soup. It's what they come as a million fee. Nesika beba home. Na girl ya can ask him. When you now go now because I want you clean.
More fire.
When you clean.
More fire.
And the girl in himself branch and bay na me in idea. And the young fan come out Kwawi. No one go after him. And dear oh yeah no.
More fire.
And that is in the modus operandi.
More fire.
And the you now accept it.
Pound for pound.
What you say? How did we accept this? A branch away to me ba. No the mercy ho. And I give to a worry. What say Bema? Say give to a warrior we are or mine sika. Make Afrifa-Mensah. O suro class or beba me many museum could defend no.
More fire.
If you give to a worry dear no. Dear waka. Fabra. And you don't give to other Sabema, says Yenu Bema, and you are sitting down because what from Mausunti, or just say you're normal, when you're normal, and you're quasiade.
More fire. More fire.
Na ya brefo no Sabema, no I say Italian money box, not this, and we've accepted this foolishness. Say you're fighting corruption. How did it become fighting corruption? This foolishness. Is that how corruption is fought? And you had to go
Pound for pound.
Na obi na bebo pa ababa we na yeso wo kam se me no me ne na nadamfo bia oye genuine wo wadamfo ne genuine na me ne obi nante a me nkana kira sem wo wadamfo no so genuine what is say wa usu no ban say wa no dia branch ya koma no no wo huru obi ba wo
Exactly.
branch ya nya hwe o why bibi dia ofa ne koma police ofa ne nko
Fire.
na go fi ode ba me so Entron kwa se tam. Motimetna ho ma se be kwasiampani boy we. Ah woni certificate bi apart from marriage certificate.
Exactly.
Ebe ka kire mo se me kwa Afrifa-Mensah degree. Nanim. Wono ba odika accuse you. Amfa hwemo. No akolo se nya no kora, but abe prove say. Now call law mo a. Your friend be actually incubate probation. Say he who alleges must prove. He who accused must prove it can be who ye Okatakyie ni certificate no na ka de media ba kire se me ni bi na mo wo twa ntro ni wi a no aka kire wo se come and prove say wo certificate are you a fool me be pa adwuma wo ho ana me pe den atebe ni accept nonsense we
him apart
e wa bra meti hey Kofi me was first degree in public administration me was second degree in masters in international relations as masters I may ya law. I was Gempa. I branch away to me that man for say. Matina Gempa for 7 years. Went to me, no one did. I'm more normal. I branch away because my repi agona mind him. I was one for police report by Kokurama. Mujidi because of Unquasia Semunti.
Precisely so.
Because he's been sent to come after me. So he does these things, or the call Yerswa, or the call Weswa, or the call Weswa. Not just a woman na catch you saying ye and Kasa Yedin. Are you a fool? Is that how we build a nation? The modus operandi new. And people can see through it. See, see, I teach your mind. Nasi ye be ye way dear. Way near the teacher mind. And he accepted your way. So branch you in Bekai, and I'm a ton say, man crofo, na me say, when to me on for police report to Baku say, I must say, per this police report, or Koton assassin my nipa we, am a yet no. It is say, when to me on for be a maba, which is normal. How did you accept this thing as the norm?
Them.
Kofi? No. Ana kwa Afrifa, na ne kwati ewu, na ne kwati ketekete, ni e mo ni blow Jordan. Na wonye gay ya me kwati ewu ne ketekete ni aka we yenkomo.
More fire.
Ni atimi atena ma branch ahwe ni na ikoto we picture wo twa ni 2 weeks. Hwe ni koto dwanim. Boy you hwe ni koto hwe ni koto dwanim kotwa. Etimi didi obiatem. Kofi well what 20 pound na branch yi ana me short ya ye wo dem he Kofi me nsuro menka me sure say na pon na e bia we pen watch na ya manfo na dwene wo dwene wo a won tia se onim se said your tia sa na describe nipa and na no twa ne full picture by na ehu yi
fane na ne to so
na gina ho no ne
on fane na ne sa mra
asa bebe more fire
atia ben ya ne sa
more fire fane na se bra
Kofi
ne na se
na oye otimi ye memasem ana ya to abawie me onim se Kofi abrante we na first day I make call your friend say Angel the very first day I'm kodu ho no anopa ana o ma bailiff e dey court summons bi ba yes makoka bibia atia ne papa it will mess serve me onim say funny enough 2 years ni o ma court da and no starting in kwasi asem ya and was akose any case in yes and start bi and the people believe nonsense.
More fire.
How did we get here? See, Abema Kwam will be doing Crawford Yerenom and Crawford Ma and Crawford Bush. Where you're fighting corruption. How did this become fighting corruption?
More fire.
My yes, son, your massive. Name who ye, Yatua Berry. Nasa was all the Abaya bar. No problem. Hey, Moko, Mkobono, Moko, Mokwashi, and Sumika said, no one Casatia Butching. Or you coward.
More fire.
So you coward there. Sabrantiwi.
Fire.
Or buy ye first day Oba Ghana. Or Tena United Airlines. Or Moya will be leaky ma, Mr. Union and Washington Oba. Nam okay, no problem. Now let me tell him, Obabedri you get 15 or more than a fine. I'm away. Now just so you know that even people around you don't like what you are doing. Baby, I know Namubia. Na me away. But the car numbers go Facebook and I make it. Or decide this obeko aye or na me away. Or decide this obeko. Nanim. On any paper di boni bi wa aye or do oba aye. Na mashada na menka ho ase. And crime has no expiring date. No statute of limitation on crime. Oh no, Papa. When government changes, you pay for it. Wabedi boni biu. Obaye ya wadi. Omadi boni bu ayodo. And I'm aware. Now obaye ya branch say. Say me num obe take something precious away from me. Na me hunu say nkrofo decode say. Obeye juju ni ade nya juju. So actually, the conversation across for national security ni say. Say me ma catch national security coordinator say oye jo mama boy dia. They will come after me. Now one of the things they will do, me get some voice in the unique here there ben. They will make sure they hurt my voice. It is idea no Obenum nsuo ba fra yire se obenum nsuo. By intimi nru minim no. It means they will infect my throat with something just so I can't talk. The way Jiminti oka asam kire no a oba o kan said on the beye. It was a plan of the national security. So against me.
More fire.
National security me no ka so makwaje me call records. A o mu tracking crofo a me no o mu di nkomo every day trace wo mu. Me awe.
More fire.
After omu wie ya omo se me car metwie no ombeje car no because I was a national security coordinator ye boy Ora Osman woni akoma ntimi nya national security wotimi fa national security so huru obi akuri mu there are more pressing issues on national security that borders on national security wotimi fa me nya yastic pa mu nkume enya masem car no ekura me no me nwia car se me wia car mo fa nko court na court meje nyo obi aka ye me kwa Afrifa-Mensah ana nya aban na de car ma me eti se mo se mo otumi a na se mo ya saa de we se mo be yusu force a me nka hwe na mo se de tumi no ani podua no anka na ntwe ne to no akufo do 8 years abetwam I can bet you honestly one government change obi obeya saa de ne bia me I'll come after you this mo kume some se mo nya nkwase ade ne jimi da bia mba pound for pound Sadi akufo do ba ye nneoma mo se mo be reset mo ba de mo ye west
exactly
obi anwere na obi awu fire afa branchie se wa bagana na me no a aka me ba ye no meye ye friend say press conference we airport na ma to sign secretary Afrifa-Mensah
more fire
ashe shoe red any khaki any check kurasini we abranche we
ompomwie
obi
no
ompomwie no wa we a oba ye first no na wo betrasia aya hwe ne lakos ba ko bi blue bi won sesa no anu atwetwe pa obi otasha pa emso okoko cinema nta de wi a oye ya ne nsa hu ahuro won so sori ya na wa betra ho na oba ye ya ye pesi kama no on say wo hyehyɛ lane shirt ana wato go chin keto bi ato ne botini ku no superku go chin
more fire
Wagakupali oba na joma ama nennem but you are a fugitive of the law okay bintela
precisely
na adwene ye ne se obetimi atena America no wadi nsemone but ye were electronic hu ahwan act ye diaba and ye were criminal and other offenses act 1960 act 29 na ukọ constitution mu article 1921 and there can be said when we say criminal offense it shall be the criminal offense of Ghana which the court will have jurisdiction over it and for that matter which is outside the territorial integrity of this nation the court will not have ordinarily a jurisdiction over it. But do you know something? There is a principle in law called the initiatory jurisdiction of a crime and the terminatory jurisdiction of a crime. We make one tears because I'm lecturing you. It is a way idea, baby. Na say you feel the impact of sadia no so baby. Although one yes sadia no but because crime not happen the court can sit on it. Me no can say. Oni esankuma o twantro to esankuma so with that fact na ka wo se wo no fight for mine na so aka no kradia ke fra court nyamrika na ade ba
pepe onini
fatu so esankuma led by Thaddeus Sorry yes speaker lawyer nim so odi nkwasesemuti odi esankuma chi na koye omo koye na ye ma full judgment fade nbra ye 2.9 million and ye award against Kevin Taylor
more fire
Adeba no.
Fire.
Adeba ya accept this and your way. Adeba no.
Fire.
And this amo say ya chichiro o man ya. E ma ye didi o matem na kwasia aboa na kwasia adeba no. E dey say mu hu say wo de obi amaame e ba besi ho a oboa nipa ne nya hwe. Ya bo ne pa. Ababa wa bi ne kobo ne pa so omra after me. Wonim say mrantie ye ba eye angel so mba hwe me no. Sa kwa na ye. On a bomb. After oba ya wotete. Wotete. The NTN wotete is a warrant done so. Now the government doesn't want to be seen to be the one aiding him in evading the warrant. Eti no mamu omo didn't tell you no. You are a fugitive of the law. You are a criminal. Now you see, Kevin, Mamenka say Kevin say we court warrant done so. Active court warrant done so. Kebedu. ama Bedu, ama Yama Taylor. Ama Taylor, I make some inchiro.
Fire.
You mo be a young for. We just don't talk. Na we are bofra, we are near massa bofra. Abrante, a drew baby, suadia kakra, enra, minyan and tiaso di JB Dankwa by. Now watch who is JB Dankwa? That is the kind of conversation we should be having. Devoid of kwasia, abua, Jimmy. Intellectual analysis and discourse to build a nation is what we are looking for.
More fire.
Abrante, you have to learn.
Precisely.
So what's your idea? Kwasia abuano ebe reduce.
Exactly. So,
Because when there are things to see, metia, my children know to tin, maybe my children know to you, my children be my children tin, yama or hope be resa meka. Ada when you tell maka kwasia ni abu.
Nabi, time ni ho.
What I say?
Ebre ni ho.
Wa ba ya odo, wa ye ni ade me ne to wa na okose san ka, okotena bi fufu. Obi?
Oh yeah.
Omo yan kan kore.
More fire.
She are building nation there. We cannot accept this. And you're part of nation building.
More fire. More fire.
You did for ma me no matem.
Dabi.
Edi besi wo.
Come.
And you're part of it. We cannot.
No.
Mesremo.
it's not part.
Mesremo. So obi si wo fight it. Kwakutela. Amatela. So wo fight ya mankrofo dia. Na se manfo no a. For documents bra. Say nipa we ABC. Apart from the okwa editia, ye fra court to abedwane say the sankuma de odwane ye ya. Na what ya brochire ni nti. Wadwen ya so wo ya entimi affect.
More fire.
No what or threaten make Afrifa. You will take something precious away from me. Me say me nimboni a no papa di no wa ye odo. Oba ye ya.
More fire.
Ashada na menka wasem. Now when you try that nonsense with me, you will regret.
Powerful.
More fire.
And yakasa o.
Dabi.
We respect the law, but makachero nyakasa o. Nyakasa.
More fire.
Don't do that. What?
More fire.
So please, with the greatest of respect to you, in fact, I want to even give you the respect you don't deserve. Where Jimmy to do? Where Uncle? Meanwhile, na me mo abrantie di baby a wo wiase da. Me fa ne nyare. Afa me da sorry an opabia. Say me yes gay di ma command nti. No so me mu na ken na ken. And the same girl na this abrantie we. Ayi anafi. Akoma no.
Waton.
Na wo sa girl no de. Be careful. Minim say sabre wo hwe me. Be careful.
More fire.
I'm tell her, we don't do this. Yeah, build your mind. We don't do this. Some mercenary job, political mercenary job. We don't do that.
More fire.
Yes, small one. And the people believe it. Because now, clearly you could not tell. Na kente sadia kebe ma kotodwe etimi didi ketechi atem e wa bra ma nantu asi fom ketechi ye awurade nyame enra was yesi kete na aye govunim ma me bi na brantie bi koye na eja okofa no na oye na sese wo mbo agro wi na ma me ne ye no se brantie na so anga se o guitar ni swasa no se na so anga se be perform me hospital stadium kam di guitar kese ba Ejia bia nipa no obeka kire wo no na enye me na me guitar ni swa na sports stadium na ne perform na mo pese ohunu se so ya yi ne yi a Melissa Taylor o yire no 2 minutes so e ba nche bi wa aniama keleki ka se yenkola okurumu you cannot bully us abrante stop it suade do intellectual analysis tenacity your notes speak to them. Only be abetimi afre obi lawyer be afre no ayi international relations person be say metimi a resource person lecture wo what you say but this question na boaten man for na gwina wu
Mr. Y ni Mr. Kill.
I say good.
Mr. Y na yi
Kill.
So gentlemen, you don't deserve to be called a gentleman, but I want to give you that respect. Listen to me. You should stop crying like a baby.
Exactly.
You came to war with knife, and we met you with machine gun.
More fire.
But this time, let me tell you something. So we need first a year encounter me knew me information. It was more than 3 months. And I mean can once. You know why? So no be oya kwasiampo. Wa plan ade eda ho. E dili. Any do onim nyansa no on plan ya suru kwasia na wa plan no what? Na say obi beka so onim nyansa on plan meet me information and I still have you information. But I'm looking for the right time to deal with you. And it's a banter back and forth. Me interested. I wish you could meet me one and one. Then you look in my face and you say the things you say. So you can't say it, bro. When you meet me, you can't say it. We have a wusu. I will take something precious away from you. I will take something away from you. You take something away from me. What me about one meet and greet? Ajane. Why do I trust selfie? You didn't trust selfie. Don't do that, okay? You must grow. You must become better. A better version of you. Why you kwasi I didn't watch it. Na sa ko dia kasebi. Also what Jimmy kakra focus. What is it NDC for abeyi? Ade na gu. Oh yes, who's you good? You also didn't who you got a china when you got away. Mama of worship next time, Baba. Don't do what I shake. Eti oine mesrewa jainia mano awoye ni bi why na we yakwasia abua Jimmy kwasia sante hene ayi asante fo nyina otimi di nta enano yeso say ayi mkrofo mo sponsor me eni patre ba ku yandisi ni na say do see denigrate osika ba ku yandisi no 10 just look at that and still the people otimi di enkrafo so no twa madapa otimi still the people and you see the question of people don't even understand it. There's something called Stockholm syndrome. When people fall in love with their abuser and the oppressor, Stockholm syndrome. That is exactly how the people are feeling when it comes to this guy. Exactly. So, but don't bring that nonsense on me. I am above it. If you want war, let it be between me and you. Face to face. Don't go and hide behind social media and say nonsense. Yeah, Kaba you see Okatakyie me yes what they are cutting the page ho. Say Okatakyie you see you nearly lost your breath. Because there's one of them no me and them microphone any aje Okatakyie bibi. When this guy meets me one on one, he will shit in his pants. Precisely so. I mean, him to say jata. Me come sing, especially me before. Now who say me nimundi dania? It say jata, you are dead. Aya good yo. I mean who say nkrofo mu nimune ka kire ne say you don't know the guy you are messing with. Na sa oba no oba ya odin sembre wa wo ka no. Busa oba no who I am. Bad boy on the street, knowledge and everything. I am above you. Exactly. Na nyame na adom ye we ye free street. And odi aba ne ye nioma si wache. Wahene. E ma me fine boys am na ada o. La. Ko bisa Armstrong omega chiro. Taifa. Ko bisa no. Ko bisa bone mo omega chiro. Bozi mo ko ka chiro bisa mo baba omega chiro. Don't do that. You are my brother. Don't do that. Stop being a fool. You have to learn some common sense. It is not all the time that you sit down and this concept of Kwasia, Boy, Jimmy, what's that? The next time you do that, when I catch you, I will tear you, okay? Try to mass as soon as Jimmy. Oh, yeah, didn't go for me. I've heard you. Who should say? There's a movie in the chat as well. Bob Brown, you shall red shoe, Bob Blackbird, a shakaki. Just one called Melissa Brown, I'm a one called Daniel. Poor baby. Oh, can I give you one? We Muntu Muniana. Why, Mr. Renoir? More fire. Me, I don't have a skin. Now, I have a tough skin. I don't have a tough skin. I don't have a skin at all. Did you and touch me? Eh? Oh, yeah, the mamma won't take me. The jam won't take me and say, I wish you were in front of me. I'm a toucher. Hi. Yes. The idea have me aye. The oil now tears so young. That is what worries me. Me want to me Yeramiana be me. Oh, he wants to beat me at tonight. Wow. Baby, closing remarks. Most you could do say 13,000. 30 points. And it's matter. Matobi. I'm mangrove one into Mamma. Amatilla. Jankwasam Udino. You can be a fine gentleman when we modu kakra. Kosku kakra. Kosku. Kosku what? Shenyansa. What? Shenyansa. Sante hine no na wo ni parfum is e ho de enti amenka ka de cheers won bi junior menka se so kura no nyasa wo kan me ho asem a sa na wo de mbesi wo na speaker am frame na ho anwan wonu so otwa mada pass 2 weeks
you timi ya no
the speaker no woni nyansa che speaker no na me maka asem a kire speaker wo na wo ko frame speaker so na me frame
achirim all na be chirim se
pass wo mu so adwene
achirim hin na ba o mo anfiu no enfita
Amatela, be a man.
More fire.
Learn. We have all been where you are before. We've made the mistakes that you are making before.
Precisely so.
But when you grow up, at some point, you must respect women. You cannot be putting women down, insulting them. Ewa bra wo yire, omro sa ma so. Ebia, in Franka, wo yire no point no bro sa ma so. Don't do that. And go chantron to nkrofo so. And go did your mama no papa no matem. Or in the name of wanting a political mercenary job. Don't do that. Okay? When you have documents, bring the documents. Speak to it. Call on the state agencies to deal with it. Then that's why we will see that you are doing the job. Don't be bringing their mothers and babies and akwa wait me jina ga say first was me kwoti ewu ade achi oba so wa wo sen kraman ade achi which one is which me kwoti na ewu aminti me nwa na ma wo sen kraman. You are being a fool. Stop, these things are trivial. Madam say, General. Japon. My remarks. And I agree. And your mom be here, Mama by you. Mama by you. Mama by you. I told me in a berasi. No way to rest. The many wahana so Yamene me waha. Alternance are the bremo. Anto me jina berase.